Bitcoin is recovering from yesterday's dip. It's nearing 11,900 once again, but I'm going to argue that Bitcoin cost at least $100,000, if not more, already. And why do I think this? Well, keep watching. So last night was a little bit iffy. People were fearful Bitcoin was going to continue to drop and altcoins were falling in a drastic way. And it ended up being completely normal. I tweeted out this chart and it showed this channel that BTC was in. And this goes back all the way to July 27th. So almost a full month. And you can see that the lows are getting higher and higher and higher. Right? And the highs are getting higher too. So BTC is stuck in this channel, and you could see that it did reach the bottom of the channel about 11,500-ish, and then it just continued back up. So to me, this looks completely normal that Bitcoin, yes, will go up, and yes, it'll come back down, but the momentum, the strength behind it has not gone away. Now, if BTC all of a sudden drops 1,000 points or 2,000 points and goes below 10,000, that's a different story. But right now, going from 12,004 down to 11,800, this is completely normal. And you could clearly see it, right? BTC's probably going to slowly start climbing up again above 12,000, slowly. And then the next boom up, the next pump up, will bring it to 13,000. So I think over the next week or so, probably 5 to 7 days, we're going to see BTC start climbing again, probably slow increments like last time, right? About a week, we'll be above 12,000 for sure, and then get ready for the next leg up. So this is perfectly normal in my eyes. And if you look at the rest of the altcoins, they have been coming up. They're not nearly as red as yesterday, and look at the strength of the one coin I've been covering a lot, Chainlink. It is above $17 again. So yeah, it's not at 19, but it's still at 17. And I still have people on Twitter. They're like, "Oh, look at that drop. Look at that dip. I told you guys that it was gonna go down." Well, no duh. Of course things come down, but you can't discount the fact that Chainlink has gone up like 1,000% within the last few months. And it continues to be strong. No one expects everything to go up forever. It's a bummer to see things come down, but that's where if you do your homework, you do your research, and hold on to the good coins, the good altcoins, they will continue to do well going forward because we know BTC and the whole crypto market is in a bull market right now. There's no worry. People still argue we're not in a bull market. Yes, we're in a bull market. We just haven't reached all-time highs yet. And in certain cases like Chainlink, it did reach all-time high already many times. So I start this video claiming that Bitcoin already cost $100,000, if not more. So what do I mean by that? Well, I saw this article and I thought about it, and it makes so much sense. It's so easy to overlook, but honestly, just take a minute and sit back and think about it. And even in your own case, and you'll realize how true this is. So this article talks about critical mass of long-term BTC hodlers seems to be making 100,000 inevitable. Okay, why? Well, according to this one person, Michael Goldstein, he tweeted out most Bitcoins already cost $100,000, but probably more like 10 million. But why? What does he mean by that? Well, think about it. 64% of Bitcoin supply, and this was back in December, okay? I don't know, I think recently this has gone up even more, but 64% of Bitcoin supply has not moved since 2018. Why is this? Because hodlers are holding for life-changing wealth. They're holding for a number much higher, and the number much higher that's been thrown around for a long time is 100,000. And many people like Tim Draper and Max Kaiser, all these guys think it could go much higher than that. 250,000, 300,000, $1 million someday. So guess what? HODLers of Bitcoin, that's what they're holding at. They're not really trying to trade Bitcoin here and there. Maybe they are, but for the most part, whatever they have, their bag, they're holding. And they're not going to sell it until it goes much higher. So if you think about it, 64% that hasn't moved, they're probably at least waiting for $100,000 to come before they start selling off. Some of them may even wait for higher, $500,000 or $1 million before they sell off. That's why if you think about it, the cost of Bitcoin is already there at $100,000. Of course, these people that aren't selling, they're not affecting the price as much as the traders are right now. But as this number, as this percentage keeps going up, goes up to 70%, goes up to 75%, goes up to 80%. Think about it. One day when, say, 95% of the Bitcoin supply does not move anymore, does not move, does not get traded, think about what that's going to do to the price. The people that are trying to jump in, trying to FOMO in, they're just going to be buying Bitcoins at an insane price, while the rest of us already have our bags full. So I think this is mind-blowing. I mean, if you take a second, take a minute, think about how mind-blowing this is. This is ultimately what's going to really drive Bitcoin up. Besides everything else, of course, the fundamentals and store value and hedge against inflation, all that stuff. And ultimately, what's going to drive Bitcoin up is the HODLers. The ones that are just holding on forever until Bitcoin reaches a much, much higher level. And that is powerful. That's really, really powerful if you think about it. Lastly, I want to give a quick update on Vechain. They partnered up with Travala today, and it is pretty good. Travala has been around for a while. They're in the travel industry, and they work with a lot of hotels. And now, because of this partnership, 2.2 million hotels can now accept VET, which is very good. There's still some people that's thinking all these partnerships for Vechain is still fake. I don't know why they can't get the FUD out of their head, but Vechain is definitely here to stay, and they are legit, and they are forming partnerships left and right. All right, guys, that's it for this video. What do you think? At what level, at what price will you sell your Bitcoin at? Make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter and leave in a comment what price you're willing to sell your Bitcoin at. $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, $1 million? Let's hear it.